All right, fall, y'all. So, I was on Instagram a little bit early and I came across this video. And then I watched this video and I said, I know I am not seeing what I'm seeing. So I need you to play the video I saw on Instagram. I need you to, y'all don't have the video? I sent you the link to, okay, all right, let me play the video myself. Because y'all, I saw this video, when I say I was hot, when I saw it, I said, I can't believe what I'm seeing. This nonsense that I'm seeing from this person right here, posting on Instagram. And I'm like, I know that is not who I think it is, posting what he just posted. And then I looked at it and I said, oh, that is him. I can't believe he posted that video. So let me go ahead and show y'all this because I want y'all gonna trip. Y'all gonna trip. Watch this video.
Is closing here in the city of Albany, and that leaves us with a little over 500 students that were here on this campus, and 19% of those students are labeled as homeless. We have a little over 250 jobs that'll be leaving the city of Albany. And while this is not the city of Albany government's fault, this is a time for our local and state leadership to step up, because we'd be stupid to act powerless in this situation. Because while this school is still here, while this building is still here, while this campus is still here, what could this become? Could this become a Southwest Georgia regional hub for trade skills training? Could this become something major that the city brings on to start training workforce? Because if we're training workforce, then we can invite industry to come here. But if we don't have any workforce for industry, they'll never come. But if Doherty County school system could train workforce in adults, why can't the city of Albany do the same thing? So my question to leadership is, are we going to allow this opportunity now to pass us by, or are we going to lead? Are our leaders going to lead? And if they don't want to lead, they need to step aside and let somebody else do it.
Oh, he said that if our leaders are not going to lead, they should step aside and let somebody else do it. That's interesting. Now, when I saw it, I remember when he came on this show after he was going at me on Twitter when he was supporting the Republicans in Georgia voter suppression bill, and he was talking shit with another black conservative. Then they say, well, he ain't gonna never put us on the show, and I invited his ass on the show. Then he tried to change his tune when he came on the show. Roll it. Joining us right now is King Randall, founder of the X for Boys organization based out of Georgia. So, King, explain why in the world you're conservative, correct?
Yes, sir.
So please explain to me why this bill, why Republicans are pushing forth a voter suppression bill when last year we saw record turnout in Georgia, record turnout. So why would they want to restrict voting when you just had record turnout in Georgia?
Well, let me start off by saying you had me mistaken. I'm not a Republican. I do consider myself conservative.
No. Actually, I didn't say Republican. I said you're conservative.
Okay.
I said you're conservative.
Right, absolutely.
That's what I said.
Right. Yeah, I was saying that because you called me a Republican on Twitter. However, with this particular bill, I don't consider voting my particular fight. I do consider voting an asset to us and maybe something we can use as a tactic to help. But as far as us pushing voting all the way out, like voting is going to be some systemic change for the black community, to me is not the way to go. If you look at the human anatomy of the body has its many different parts. And I do respect you guys' fight, in regards to voting, but I don't consider myself fighting for the right to vote that much. Because
do you not vote?
We hadn't got anything.
Do you not vote?
Government. Yes, sir, I vote, absolutely.
Okay, so when you say you guys' fight, first of all, there are multiple fights, there are multiple issues we can be concerned about. Voting is one of those issues. Are you not concerned that Republicans in your state are trying to restrict access to the ballot for no reason other than they are pushing the lie that Donald Trump also pushed?
Right, absolutely. I understand exactly what you're saying. However, again, that's not my fight. I believe.
No. I asked you a question. And the question is this here. Do you believe Republicans in your state are wrong to be pushing this voter suppression bill?
Can you give me the list of things that's all on the bill? Because I know you said the voter ID.
Well, no, here's a perfect example. This particular bill. What was funny is he was defending the voter suppression bill on Twitter, but he didn't think I was going to invite him on the show. So let me tell you what he did. He then posts that video. He edits the video. And then, I'm building this school. Black man should be helping me build my school. And in the same Simple Simon Negroes I called out earlier, they were all like, that's right, Roland Martin, that's a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be supporting this brother at his school. Oh, that's right. Them Negroes were sitting here sending him money. And then what he did is he got on Fox News and Lawrence Jones had him on. Then the white conservatives jumped on him. And so he starts raising money. And so anytime he's mentioned me on Twitter, it was all about raising money. They were after me for 2 years. I was dissing this brother and all sort of stuff along those lines. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And so here you now have King Randall now complaining about a program, jobs being cut, and how that's hurting young folks. And that's interesting because the program that he's speaking about, that very specific program in Albany, Georgia, he's talking about, go to my iPad. This is the story right here. U.S. Department of Labor pauses Job Corps Center operations. So the very program that he is complaining about has been stopped by the Trump Department of Justice. Now, here's what I don't understand. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play this again. Because, see, I love it when somebody calls out leaders, but they don't really call out the specific leaders who they talking about. So let me just go ahead and play it again, what he had to say, because he was just so incensed that this program was being cut because it was vital to providing jobs for young people. Listen again.
Let's do it. The Job Corps is closing here in the city of Albany, and that leaves us with a little over 500 students that were here on this campus, and 19% of those students are labeled as homeless. We have a little over 250 jobs that'll be leaving the city of Albany. And while this is not the city of Albany government's fault, this is a time for our local and state leadership to step up, because we'd be stupid.
Hold up. He said it's not the city of Albany's fault, and we will be stupid not to step up and lead. Listen.
It's fault. This is a time for our local and state leadership to step up, because we'd be stupid to act powerless in this situation. Because while this school is still here, while this building is still here, while this campus is still here, what could this become? Could this become a Southwest Georgia regional hub for trade skills training? Could this become something major that the city brings on to start training workforce? Because if we're training workforce, then we can invite industry to come here. But if we don't have any workforce for industry, they'll never come. But if Doherty County School System could train workforce in adults, why can't the city of Albany do the same thing? So my question to leadership is, are we going to allow this opportunity now to pass us by, or are we going to lead? Are our leaders going to lead? And if they don't want to lead, they need to step aside and let somebody else do it. The Job Corps is closing here in the city of Albany, and that leaves us with a little over 500 students that were here on this campus. And
Here we are. He's complaining about losing the jobs. Okay, that's interesting. And then he says, this ain't city and state leaders' fault, which means that it's somebody else's fault. So, King Randall, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Who's over that particular program? Who controlled the funding? Who made the decision to shut that particular program down? I would like to know that. So I remember seeing a particular photo on social media. And I remember, and I knew, I said, wait a minute. I remember seeing somebody at the White House Christmas party. Go to my iPad. I'm sorry. Is that King Randall? It says new emerging king. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe y'all say, well, that's just a photo. Well, there was another black conservative who posted a video. Can y'all roll that video, please?
This is the White House to celebrate Black History Month, despite the media alleging that it was canceled by President Trump. But like always, fake news. I landed safely thanks to Delta Airlines in time to take a quick shower before throwing on my Sunday's best. Here I'm rocking my Palazzo sports jacket with a black turtleneck and a black Bailey fedora. Soon after this, I ran into my Blexit family on the way to the White House, but I must give a shout out to the guy that made it all happen, Pierre Wilson. He is the real deal, but with moves like this, he's clearly not like us. We were all smiles, waiting in line in this 20-degree weather to get inside to celebrate this momentous occasion because of what it meant to all of us. All I can think about in my head right here is how much I've overcame throughout the years, being open with my conservatism. For some reason, it brings out the worst in people, and I think it's because I refuse to live up to their expectations of me. While I was in the White House, I wasn't quite sure how much I could record, but the security guard reassured me that we had free reign to capture whatever we wanted, so I took full advantage. While I was in the restroom, though, I noticed these napkins with the presidential seal on them, and it almost felt disrespectful to use it and toss it straight into the trash can. They rolled out the red carpet for everyone. We were dressed to the nine, looking good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, and sounding good. See, the Marine band that was in charge of the music understood the assignment. They were playing everything from Earth, Wind, and Fire all the way down to Sam Cooke, making this a magical time. Everything opened up by a classical version of America the Beautiful set in the atmosphere. And it was great to be surrounded by so many of my favorite people, Michaela Montgomery, David Harris Jr., Terrence K. Williams.
Go back. Who do y'all see right there on the left? That looked like King Randall. So let me get this straight. King Randall complains about a federal program getting cut that's taking jobs away in his town of Albany, Georgia. He's a self-identified conservative. Don't call me Republican. Okay, fine. But you're standing there smiling and cheesing with the MAGA Negroes, the help. You're at the White House. You supporting Trump, but now you mad and you want local and state officials to fix the problem that Trump created. And in your Instagram video, your ass didn't even mention the word federal. You didn't even say Trump. You didn't even say MAGA. You didn't even say Doge. Now you want folks to step up and fix the problem. What I've been telling y'all? I've been telling y'all the help. That's the black people who are standing with Donald Trump. They claim all black people, y'all on the plantation, y'all on the plantation, Trump is going to be helping us out. And Donald Trump has consistently had policies that have negatively impact people, and these simple Simon Negroes ain't said nothing. Daryl Scott ain't said nothing. Sharice Lane ain't said nothing. Michaela ain't said nothing. Angela Stanton King ain't said nothing. We can go. Joseph Pinion ain't said nothing. Terrence Williams ain't said nothing. David Harris Jr. ain't said nothing. Byron Donalds ain't said nothing. Tim Scott ain't said nothing. Wesley Hunt ain't said nothing. Burgess Owens ain't said nothing. I can go down the line. But now y'all complaining. Trump has sat here and got rid of the settlement to impact the sewage backing up in the yards and the homes of black people in Lowndes County, Alabama. Said nothing. Said nothing about canceling the lawsuit against the petrochemical companies in Cancer Alley in Louisiana where black people are dying because of that. The help ain't said nothing. So now you want us. Now you want to call on folks to stand up and fix the program. Come on, King Randall. You're supposed to be big and bold. You're supposed to be a big man on campus. Why is it you won't even say Donald Trump? You won't even say MAGA. You know why? Because y'all scared of your daddy. Because y'all scared he not going to invite y'all back to the White House. And see, y'all love talking about, but y'all won't say nothing. Oh, trust me, I lit Obama up on several different things. I did the same thing with Biden. See, I believe in accountability. I don't just sit here and say one thing. But see, they real quiet. All this stuff that's negatively impacted black people, all of them are quiet. They ain't saying nothing. Not a word. So come on, Randall. I dare you, Randall. I dare you to call your boy Lawrence B. Jones at Fox News, who's down on the morning couch, and say, Lawrence, can I please come on to make a personal appeal to Trump to restore the programming for this, the funding for this program so we don't lose these jobs? I don't think that's going to happen, because you know why? Because see, Lawrence B. Jones ain't trying to be on the bad side of Donald Trump, because they all trying to kiss that orange MAGA ass. So isn't it interesting that you come on my show, you talk shit on Twitter, you didn't think I was going to invite you, then you did a bait and switch where you came on my show, then you used my show to raise money for your school, but now you complaining about job losses of young people in your town, and it's Trump's fault and you ain't saying a word. Ain't that interesting? I guess that's how it goes these days, Michaela. The help is quiet when it's time to speak up.
I mean, that's why I wonder why.
Melinda, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You were going off about Michaela. You're living rent-free in your head. You're upset. I get it. But no, I just think it's funny that people like us are apparently on the plantation, but we're not afraid to actually criticize our party or people that we vote for, but they will not say anything about Trump when it is explicitly his fault. I just looked it up. It's the Department of Labor, and it's about his budget. That's why they cut the Job Corps program. So it is directly a result of him voting for Trump, and he doesn't want to have to reconcile with the fact that he was a part of the problem that made this happen.
No, Michael.
Well, Roland, we tried to tell him, and how many times have I talked about this document on your show before? Okay, this deals with the policies of the Biden-Harris administration that help Black people. The Biden-Harris administration advances equity, opportunity for Black Americans and communities across the country. Okay, this documents that. And right now, Donald Trump is wiping out the advancement that African Americans have made going back to the 1960s. On day one, he revoked Executive Order 11246, which was affirmative action. On day one, he revoked Executive Order 11985, which Biden signed on his first day in office, which put in motion all this that happened because that executive order dealt with equity, and that immensely helped African Americans. So yes, it's good to have an independent school. We've been doing that for decades, independent schools, but we have to understand how politics impacts every aspect of your life, and your understanding of politics is directly related to your understanding of history. So there's a lot of people talking about politics that don't understand history.
Matt?
I don't have anything profound to add, but all I'll say is that I think it's a missed opportunity, because you think, if you look at this from a nuanced perspective, I mean, this is an opportunity, right, for local people to, invest in this lost job program. But the issue with that is you don't have credibility if you don't call out why the job program was lost, which is your point. And that's the issue that I see here. I mean, it looks like this brother theoretically is trying to do something good in his community, but you lose credibility when you don't say why it's no longer there and why your desire to have proximity to power is more important than the actual things you claim to stand for, which is, having jobs in the community. You should be able to say this is gone because of a Trump policy, the same way you would surely say if that program was lost under Mr. Biden's administration, that this is no longer here because the Biden administration took it away from you. Unless you're willing to call a spade, you aren't credible. And I don't see why you wouldn't do that here. But I understand you got to kiss the ring. And that's what we're seeing conservatives of all colors do. They're all afraid to call out Trump. They're all afraid to call out his insanity because they want to keep that proximity to power.
And that's why y'all need to go ahead. Y'all got our T-shirt. That's why y'all need to get our new shirt. Hashtag we tried to tell you. FAFO 2025. That's why we got that shirt right there, because probably 2025, a bunch of y'all fucking around and y'all finding out real quick. All right. Somebody in the chat room said, damn, Ro, you on one today. Yes, I am.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.